Give me a few seconds. Let me check this. Yeah. Tips in Wayne Senuti Tiran Ishak and Gukemet. I hope you're doing well. Title of this live stream is Jabari Osaze. What will you do about Sanada's anti-African promotion? First of all, I hope you are doing well, your family or your endeavors. And I want to get straight to the point. You don't have to answer me. But if I don't get any answer anywhere, anyhow, then I'm going to presume that it's okay with you. When the polite situation came up, you made a live stream. In that live stream, you suggested that polite should be put on timeout because he was flossing. He did not even say that he's innocent. You don't know of any lawyer who will say or would advise somebody to say, I'm innocent. That live stream is still on your panel, on your channel, on YouTube channel, the last time I checked. Now, Sanada has been promoting anti-African teaching for a long time. And here, and listen to this, and I will ask you about this later on.
As a people, I hate Africans because of what they did to my people.
He said that as a people, he hates Africans. Here,
how can I let Red Pill come? Red Pill just have a different ideology than me, but he's still a brother. That 14-year-old African is an African. He's not my brother. He's not my people, period.
The African is not his brother, is not his people. I've already shared when he said, I got it to admit on tape, that he celebrates the death of Africans. Do you celebrate the death of Africans?
We about to say, in what capacity? Let me before I answer.
Do you celebrate the death of Africans? It's very clear. It's plain English.
Well, we got a Passover coming up, so that would be the death of the Egyptians.
Okay, but my question to you, and you can answer by yes or no.
I just answered it.
You said we have a Passover coming, and you mentioned the Egyptians. Right now, you're buying time.
Are Egyptians? No, are Egyptians not Africans?
Are you celebrating?
I'm asking you a question. I just said we have.
He doesn't want to answer because he knows it sounds bad. It sounds worse than MLK because MLK is one guy.
I think what I just said is worse than saying death of Africans because those deaths are African babies. You know what the Passover is about? The Passover is about when he passed over the firstborn sons of the Israelites, but killed all the firstborn sons and animals of the Egyptians who are Africans. I'm not dodging your question. I'm just expounding on it.
Well, okay. Can you answer by yes or no then? Do you
celebrate
the death of
I'm going to celebrate the Passover, which is about the death of Egyptians that were killing our babies. That's called.
All right. So it is there for the record. So Jabari, you can be cool with Sanada if you want to. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I don't usually tell people what they should do. I heard live on air that Sanada is a member of your organization, you know. So I presume that will be the Shrine of Ma'at. And I'm not supposed to be told what goes on inside of the organization, me not being a member. I'm curious, however, to find out. But I'm not asking you to tell me what's going to happen within the inner circles of your organization. But as a brother who is a Kemetic priest, and also I've heard you say that you are an African chief, that you are a chief of an African village. What are you going to do about Sanada's anti-African promotion? Because I've demonstrated that the dude said that he hates Africans, that the African is not his people, is not his brother, and that he, along with his organization, of course, celebrate the death of Africans. Sanetta did not speak on that. And I suspect that this is the stance of Sanetta, but he's going to get other people to say it so it looks better. It would avoid him saying it. Besides, it's not only towards the African. Sanetta is clearly xenophobic because even towards West Indian, you can hear how disrespectful he was, labeling West Indians. And actually, you are from the Caribbean, right? Right? I forgot the actual place. It may come back to me. I forgot. It's not Guyana. My parents are from Haiti, you know. But regardless, even if they are not from Haiti, you know, I don't like xenophobia amongst black people. And he's labeling them banana boat N-word.
Why should they listen to you?
It's Willie Lynch.
So why should they listen to you?
It's Willie Lynch
This
right
is
here.
Willie Lynch at his
It's
best.
Willie Lynch.
Willie Lynch at
Another
his
West,
best.
another West
Willie Lynch.
Indian.
Go ahead.
Another West Indian.
Another
Willie
West
Lynch.
Indian.
Go over
Another
to
West
Get this, another damn West Indian
Another West
bootlicking ass
Indian. Willie
nigga.
Lynch.
Another bootlicking.
Willie Lynch.
Look, you gonna come in my face, man. You go ahead, man. You don't know nothing about the black nigga.
No, you still on the plantation.
Bootlicking ass nigga, man.
Protecting the cracker. Protect the cracker. Go ahead. Protect Whitey.
Protecting the cracker.
Protect Whitey.
Keep on protecting Whitey, nigga.
Where the fuck is he? These white folks, these black people, these black people come to the aid of this white man. Yeah, come on back, brother. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back.
Come on back.
Come on
big
back. I gotta come on.
Man, shut up. Come on.
You work for the white man.
Come on over here.
You work for the white
Shut
man.
the hell up.
You work for the white man. You work for the white man.
Your damn self.
You work for the white
All
man.
you goddamn banana boat motherfuckers come here and try to tell us something.
Yeah.
All you banana boat motherfucking West Indians come here and try to tell us something.
They're gonna drop
Come on, man.
you all
All
here
you
and
banana
drop
boat
you off
motherfuckers come
Yeah,
here
but
and
if
try
I
to
had
tell
to pay
us
for the
something.
banana
You
boat,
can't tell us.
So he said it and he also put it on the screen in written form. So what are you going to do, brother Jabari? Because you appearing on that channel of Sanetta or any of his channels for that matter. He has 3 main channels. It's like a stamp of approval. Silence is a form of consent. So I'm not asking you to beef with the dude, no longer be friend with the dude, or no longer be a brother with the dude. But I would expect that anybody that claims to work for Africans, for black people worldwide, should not tolerate that. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's when you came on my platform, and I was glad to have you as a guest, and it was a great live stream. At one point, you said to Sekou that this xenophobia that he faced needs to be addressed, right? So what about this then, coming from Sanetta? Shouldn't this need to be addressed? Now, regarding Polite, you said that he should be on timeout. Now, besides the anti-African promotion that's going on this panel, there's also the respect, the protection, the defense, and invitation of convicted rapists, convicted child molesters. You see? Now, in case you didn't know, that's about between 1 to 2 months ago. You can hear Senator himself talking about that ISUPK member who was found guilty of child molestation. And he's not the only person also who was convicted in a court of law for rape of a minor, you know. But just for the record, in case you haven't heard it, you know, so you understand this is not slander, this is not gossiping.
Polite, if let's say Polite is innocent, he could be a partial victim. You know, maybe he broke up with the girl. Who knows, you know, what happened in that instance. But the only true victim is that girl. So I think that's what we need.
And I think that's being a hypocrite, because you have a member of ISUPK who was locked up for child molestation. for rape or whatever it is, and y'all still support him. Here it is, Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all wouldn't support him. See the double standard?
What
you have
double
a member
standard?
in ISUPK, which y'all support him financially. You put money on his books, but Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all already.
This how I know you taking a strong. This how I know you take a strong position of Polite's innocence, regardless of waiting till the verdict come, because you keep bringing up the same exact thing, even though I've explained the position dozens of times. How many times do I have to explain the same exact position? So in that instance, the brother took a lot of.
Even if you explain it, it still remains the same, though, Captain.
No,
you still support
what remains the same?
Guilty.
But what remains the same, though?
That he was found guilty.
Definitely was found guilty, but he also
definitely was found guilty. You see, now there's another person that he talked about on his own platform.
Let's not forget the mighty Hebrew nigga, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrews channel. Don't forget the mighty Hebrew, the bald head nigga, been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child. He came home and they violated him again because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child.
And this is the court summary. So the court summary says that he was found guilty of rape, guilty of involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, guilty of aggravated indecent assault, guilty of statutory rape, guilty of indecent assault, guilty of corrupting a minor. That's 6 charges that he was found guilty of. So you stated that Polite should be on timeout because of that. But the person that was found guilty of these things is not on timeout. You see? So I'm very curious. And I will send you this video to your email. And you can do whatever you want to do. You can reply to me or you cannot reply to me. But if you don't reply to me, then I'm going to come to the conclusion that you are okay with that. See, sometimes in life, and I cannot act like I'm going to teach you anything because you are my elder. I'm in my 40s and I understand you are in your 50s. But just for the record, for people listening, sometimes in life you have to make choices. You spoke publicly about the Polite situation, right? Here, and Polite was not convicted. He did not have his court, his trial, you see. Now we have one organization that publicly defend and supported, and if you don't know, the guy said that he supported financially the guy who was found guilty of child molestation.
Are you accused of molesting your wife's niece, who is your niece through marriage?
I have no recollection of that. You would have to inform me of what you're talking about. I have no recollection of that.
Okay, I will be able to one day. So I have my third question. Captain Cesario, do you have a homie that's in prison right now for child molestation that you support financially?
Yes.
Yes. And I've been playing the whole clip. And even Martin Luther King is labeled with the B word. So are you saying that Joseph ain't shit because he had a dream as well? And
no.
He talked about the dream as well?
No, I'm not.
So you see the double standard?
No, it's not a double standard because Joseph's dream didn't have him disobey the Lord. Martin Luther King's dream had him serving white people. Martin Luther King's dream said, prefer the white burger over the black burger, prefer the white business over the black business. No matter what the white man do, don't fight back. That's a bitch. That's not a man.
So, that's the treatment that dead people get. So this organization, this individual financially supported someone who was found guilty in a court of law of child molestation. Polite, you suggest he should be on timeout. He didn't have his day in court. Their member, the ICPK member, had his day in court, was found guilty of molesting a child. And you told Sekou that the xenophobia should be addressed. We've heard the xenophobia. So I'm curious as to what you're going to do. If you don't answer me, I don't expect you to. It's up to you. You don't owe me any explanation. But I think this is very serious. I think this is very, as if you don't say anything, it's going to be strange. If you continue to be on his platform, it's a stamp of approval. So here, that's all you need, brother. StreamYard.com. That's all you need. You can live stream with this. My estimation is that you will get at least 1,000 people in attendance when you live stream. You don't need that channel. They invite, defend, and respect convicted child molesters. They invite, respect, and defend people who are clearly xenophobic and anti-African. It doesn't match with what you stand for, brother. You know, it doesn't match with you being an African chief, a chief of an African village, and a Kemetic priest. In my opinion, I may be wrong. You see? So I think now is the time for you to take a stance. I think that now is the time for you to let us know where you stand. If you don't answer me, it's fine. I ain't gonna lose sleep over it. But the people have been speaking for a long time. And now that I have the evidence that the dude clearly stated on Senator's platform that he hates Africans, what more needs to be said? It's an object. So you can do your thing on your own channel or other people's channel. You really don't need to be on that channel, in my opinion. So I'm very curious. I am very curious. I mean, at this point, I don't even see how, with all logic, you could continue to rock with the dude, to appear on the dude's platform. And once again, I'm not here to tell you what to do. You are my elder. You're doing your thing. You've been doing your thing. You did not wait for me to do your thing. But it would be problematic for you to continue to associate yourself with the dude, knowing that he lets that going on his platform. I mean, we're supposed to be the Kemetic guys who represent for Africa, and he's allegedly, supposedly Kemetic as well, and he invites those people who not only respect and invite convicted child molesters, but also people who are clearly anti-African, celebrating the death of Africans, saying that they hate Africans, right? And many Hebrews will like to feel that way anyway. But that's probably one of the Hebrews like that appears the most on that platform, that gets probably the most respect on that platform. It's incompatible. It is incompatible, you see? So at this point, I'm just curious. And then if after, I don't know, you're busy, you do a lot of things, but I guess after a couple of days, if I don't hear from you, then I'm going to take it that, you're okay with that. You're not going to speak on that, and it's fine. You can do what you want. You know what I'm saying? I think in life, sometimes you have to take a stance. Because if my own mother will invite convicted rapists who will make clear anti-African statements, I will speak on that. So I don't see why for another man, you could not speak on that. You are considered a leader in the community. Now we have some elders, I don't know, they may be too tired, or they may suffer from deafness, blindness, but you know him very well. Once again, it was stated live on air that he's a member of your organization. So whatever happens within your organization, I guess I don't need to know. But besides the organization, this is what's happening publicly. This is public. This is what the people see. This is what the people hear. But then it is what it is. So I don't need to be long with this one. I'm just very curious. I'm just very curious. I know what those guys may say. He's doing this because of this, because of that. Fine. They can talk, but you know better. You are wise. You have wisdom. You are well respected in the community. Many of people who don't agree with you in terms of ideology, in terms of religion or spirituality, they still have a great deal of respect for you. I know you're your own man, and you can come to your own conclusion. You can make your own reasoning. But there's no justification for what we're hearing on that platform. That is not consciousness. Saying that the person saying that he hates Africans, and the host of the panel doesn't say a single word about this, that is not consciousness. It doesn't take rocket science to come to that conclusion. So I wish you well, brother. I really hope that you will take a stance. And if you don't take a stance, it is life. You know, there's some other brothers who did not take a stance, but, it is what it is. But I expect better from you. Not to make me happy. It doesn't faze me if you never speak to me again, if you never communicate with me again. You see, it doesn't faze me. But I will be glad to see you doing your thing and take a stance. You have the means to live stream on your panel. You can take callers or not take callers. But once again, for you appearing on our platform again or not saying anything so that this thing can stop, to me, it's like a stamp of approval. Now, there's also that anti-black Fairkind speech, that I tried to play, and he stopped me. I'm talking about Sanetta. He stopped me about halfway through, and I told him the clip is only 3 minutes long. He didn't want to. Shortly after, a lot of madness happened. Also because there was somebody that criticized him, and he didn't like it, so he seek revenge in his ways. But it is what it is. I have some get back, I have some clap back. It's not a problem. But the fact remains, even with a clip from Farrakhan that says we are marked, disfigured, that our physical appearance is the essence of ugliness. That's what he defends. As a matter of fact, he made a whole live stream going at me and the people who support me, and he brought that up. So I was right about that. He brought that up in defense of Farrakhan's anti-black speech. To me, he's more of an Asiatic black man / Hebrew Israelite, and he's xenophobic clearly. How can you not be xenophobic and you let people say stuff like that on your own platform, on your watch, and you don't say anything? There's many other brothers that I could name, but 10 years ago, when the Amanwa squad was anti-African and xenophobic, I stood up. They did not stand up, so I don't expect much more from them. I've seen how they get down, but I expect much more from you, brother. I ain't gonna lie, man. If you don't take a stance, I'm gonna be disappointed and probably a little bit sad. But it's not gonna stop me doing what I do. I have a lot more coming, but it's not about me. It's not about me. It's really about the people and what position you will take regarding this. My position is clear. It's intolerable. It's unacceptable. So I wish you well, really. And I think you've been doing a good job for many years. But now it's safe to say that you should take a stance. So my closing remarks are the same. Now we live stream and be, freer to deal directly with the xenophobic people. This was a message, a kind message. The brother, Jabari Osaze. So my closing remarks are the same. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the Necheru, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Do I do Necheru? Hotel.